Hello, guys. This is Mel from MBombay. Thank you for joining me today. Today, we're going to talk about the infamous MBombay Classic Torpedo. It has been a very popular size in the Classic line. Well, to tell you about the Classic line, it was one of our first blends that we released in 2014. And the Classic Torpedoes, we released it last year in 2017, early parts of it, and it was released in very smaller quantities. The reason being the production, the people who make the torpedoes or used to make torpedoes last year, we only had 4 people making the torpedoes, 2 bancheros and 2 people who were putting the wrappers on it. So slowly we started training people, adding more rollers, adding more bancheros. So we have now a team of 12 people, 6 bancheros and 6 rollers that specially work on the torpedoes, the Classic torpedoes that we have. To talk about the blending of the cigar, the blend is very similar to the Classic line that we have, Ecuadorian Connecticut shade wrapper. The fillers are from Dominican Republic and Peru. We're using slight Nicaragua in there as the Ligero in there. But it has been reviewed by Half Wheel, Cooper, William Cooper, Developing Pellets, and they have Stogie Guys, and they have given a really good rating for it. 90 plus, 91, 93, I guess, by Stogie Guys. So before we talk too much, let's cut it up and let's light it now. Alrighty. So using my double blade guillotine cutter, making sure the draw is fine. Yeah. Roasting it up with my baby torch. Well, it's quite interesting sometimes, how they light the cigar, but this is normal procedure that I follow. I roast it up with the torch lighter properly. Oh wow. Oh. Great aroma. And then I use my cedar to light it up properly. Wow. Wow. See, there is one unique character about any of our cigars, any of the MBombay cigars, is when you light up the cigar with a cedar or even a torch, you must have noticed one thing, that none of our cigars give you that pepper bust. Pow, pepper in your mouth, oh my God, something spicy. It does not happen with MBombays. And the unique thing that we do is about the aging of tobacco. Aging of tobacco and the proper humidity in which it ages. When we talk about aging, is normally two to three different phases. The phase number 1 is after sweating, after the ammonia is evaporated properly. We box age it, and box age the tobacco, raw tobacco, for however long months, year and a half. This thing goes probably around 2.5 years. tobacco use for the classic. Well, let me puff, huh? Can't beat it. Anyways, so that's phase number one when we age it in the boxes. The second one is after the cigars are rolled. When you're rolling the cigars, there moisture is added so that the leaves can be folded properly, and the binders can be put on properly. The wrapper can be stretched properly and put it on the cigar, on the bunch properly. So this humidity or this moisture that is added, you have to make sure that moisture dries out. So the proper term is dehumidify the cigars. So you want to take the humidity away from the cigars that are freshly rolled. Or else what you have is when you smoke it, you're smoking too much moisture, and you get that on back of your palate. You get that acidic taste, slightly pointing it up, and hurting your palate, your mouth. So once if the depending upon the blend, if you use more Ligero, lesser Ligero, you age it or you let it dry or let it sit for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, depending upon what size of the cigar it is, what kind of wrapper it is, how fast it dries, how quickly it dries. So that is number two. And once it dries out, the third part is aging that cigar properly for longer period of time, so that the tobacco inside starts marrying with each other, it melds with each other. That is what proper blending does. And the tobacco rehumidifies, secondary, tertiary fermentation that happens within the cigar itself. So back to the classic torpedo. The key factor is after we roll the cigar, after the cigars are dried, putting it away for 10 to 14 months. Imagine what it does. So when you light the cigar up, there is no pepper bust. When the tobacco is not dry, the tobacco is well fermented from get-go. It does not require the heat to mellow it down. So like when the cigars are having pepper bust and it mellows down. Why would you mellow it down? Why is it not mellow from the get-go? That's what I wanted to point out. But anyways, back to the torpedoes. Fabulous balance. The draw is perfect. Lots of sweetness, the tobacco sweetness. Yes, there is pepper. There's a taste of pepper. It is not hot. There's a taste of pepper, slight pepper going on. Sweet, more cedar, more nuttier character. Hints of I would call it more kind of like chocolatier kind of thing. Not heavy espresso, but nice chocolate tone to it. Nice cedar aroma. The construction. I am betting you light this sucker up, you will thank me. Have a great one. Keep it smoky. Enjoy the MBombays. Take care, guys.